You're welcome to Elections 101 in 5, a 5-minute program dedicated to simplifying the complexities in Nigeria's electoral process. I'm Samson Itodo. Let's get started. Tonight, we answer the question, what happens when a candidate dies during an election? We went to the streets to hear what Nigerians have to say.
If there's a demise of the presidential candidate during the election, the expected thing is for the vice immediately take over the position.
Party A candidate died during an election. The election is supposed to continue because the country doesn't belong to that particular man.
If during election, say one of them died, there is no point to stop it because the country is not for one person.
If the candidate died, the election will still continue.
Well, quite frankly, no political party or supporters of political party wish that their candidate passes away. In the event that a death occurs, either before, during, or after the election, Nigeria's electoral law specifies what should be done. Now, disputes about the replacement of a candidate in the event of death before or after an election are settled under Section 34, Sub 1 and 3 of the 2022 Electoral Act. Now, a bit of history and background. The 2015 Kogi governorship election exposed a weakness in our electoral law, and that weakness was corrected in the current Electoral Act. Now, what this current Electoral Act has done is it has corrected that particular gap and has made provisions. Now, so in the event that a candidate dies before voting begins, before election day, INEC has 14 days to reschedule the election to a later date. That's scenario 1. Scenario 2, if a candidate passes away after elections have commenced, meaning polling units have opened, but winner is not yet declared or the final results are not yet made public, INEC is given a window of no more than 21 days to suspend the election. But the 2022 Electoral Act also makes another provision that addresses that gap in our electoral law. And it says, in the event of a legislative election, so in the event of elections to the State House of Assembly or National Assembly, where a candidate, dies after election has begun and a winner is yet to be declared, that the process will begin afresh. So, and what that means is that a party that experienced the loss may hold a new primaries to nominate a new candidate within 14 days of the death of its candidate. So for legislative elections, the party can renominate another person. But in presidential and governorship election, assuming the main candidate dies after election has commenced and a winner is yet to be declared, and what the current law now says that in the event the candidate dies, the running mate of the presidential candidate, or the running mate of the governorship candidate will become the main candidate. And then that candidate will now nominate a new running mate. And so this particular solution addresses the gap because in the 2015, there was confusion as to what was the solution when one of the candidates dies. So for presidential and governorship elections, note, if a candidate dies during election, the running mate will become the main candidate, and then that person, he or she, will now nominate a running mate based on the provisions of the 2022 Electoral Act. And that's Elections 101 in 5. Now you know what happens when a candidate dies during an election. So be ready to vote on February 25th and March 11, 2023, because our lives depend on it. Thank you for watching. I'm Samson Itodo. See you tomorrow as we continue to simplify and unbox critical aspects of Nigeria's electoral process. Bye for now.